Yes, welcome back. And we're now looking at the mass defection in the in the National Assembly. That is particularly the Federal House of Representatives in Abuja. The year 2013 was a year filled with numerous activities, especially in the political arena. What we've seen is a number of members of a political party, the PDP, seem to have defected, and some people said no, they haven't. They have just merged with APC. The drastic move by the PDP members, we're talking of with the record of about over 2,000 members. No, not 2,000 members, definitely not. But we've had a substantial number of members of the PDP moving from one side of the political spectrum to another political party. Now, this has also affected some states within the states around the country where some members are said to be defecting or decamping or merging with APC. We're not really sure what words to use now, but to help us in analyzing the moving
from one party to the other.
So we're not sure, but we've got people in the House today to discuss with us and to help us highlight some of the issues and to explain some that we might not really understand. So in the House, we'll start by introducing Chief Funsho Ologunde, who's the Assistant State Publicity Secretary of the APC. Chief Funsho Ologunde, good morning.
Yeah,
welcome
good morning.
to Sunrise.
Happy New Year to our viewers at home.
Good. We are expecting Dr. Segun Ogundimo, who is a PDP chieftain. He will be here shortly, but we also have in the house right now Mr. Femi Adesina, who is the president of Nigeria Guild of Editors and also the managing director of the Sun newspaper. Good morning and welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yes, I always say my president. For us who are editors and in the broadcast journalism industry. Let me start with you because you are independent and you can see it from all perspectives because you report it on a daily basis. What is your thought about the development in 2013 that led to the decamping, moving, defection, merger of these individuals from one political party to another?
Thank you. I can only say it's healthy for democracy, healthy for our democracy, because now you have almost what you can call a balance of power, balance of forces in Nigeria. If that didn't happen, a particular party had vowed to rule for minimum of 60 years. They would have done that. And they would have done it whether they were ruling well or not. They would have been there minimum 60 years. But with the realignments and reconfiguration we see on the political front now, I think anything can happen in 2015.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. So it's a healthy development.
So are you saying in essence that there is nothing guaranteed at the moment?
Nothing guaranteed. Nothing guaranteed. If all the campaign and the mergers, as you call it, didn't happen, you almost were sure how 2015 will go. You knew that PDP will just coast back to power at all levels. But with the reconfiguration, nobody can say for sure that this is the way things will go. Anything can happen at the federal, at the states. Anything can happen.
In parentheses, you know that just before several elections, we heard the expression, may the better rigger win. So you mean that is not going to affect anything?
No, I think that was an absurdity, and Nigeria is moving out of that realm of absurdity now, because when there is balance of power, there's also balance of terror.
Balance of terror, balance of money,
balance of everything. That means no party can overrun the other again. What we had, PDP could overrun anybody in terms of rigging, in terms of money, in terms of influence, in terms of power. But now the balance has ensured that nobody can overrun anybody again.
Okay, let me ask Chief Ologunde then. The first question that comes to mind is what a lot of people have discussed and had conversation about consistently over the last few months. Why would APC be busy trying to woo the people they've criticized over the years? Since 1999, criticized PDP members for this, for that, numerous. You cannot even begin to number all the things that are being allegations against them. Why are you wooing them and bringing them into your fold?
Well, my first answer to that is the fact that in the game of politics, there are no permanent friends. You only have permanent interests.
This is
so
politics speaking.
The fact that somebody is on the other side today does not mean tomorrow he cannot come to your side. And we all know, even, let me not go religious about it. In Christianity, there is the issue of being born again. Somebody who has been not been a child of God all his life, at a point becomes born again when he has received the word of God. And so
when they
the fact that
APC,
yes, the fact that some people have been in the PDP working against the interests of this country does not mean they cannot be converted. They have been converted, and I want to emphasize the fact that they were not converted overnight. They didn't decamp or take the decision to decamp overnight. Over time, they have been ruminating privately in groups and so on. And at the point of being converted to the quote and unquote the Christian faith in the APC, they moved.
Let's stick with the Christian. Yes, let's stick with the Christian faith then. In terms of the gospel according to APC,
yes,
what is it that you're preaching to them to bring them
over?
First and foremost is that their continued stay in the PDP constitutes a gang up against the fortunes, against the interest, against the unity, against the progress of this country. And the only way this country can be salvaged, can be helped out of the woods, is for them to move out and join people of like minds who are already born again politically, with whom they can now synergize and do something better for this country. And I think it is in the interest of this country that is happening.
Well, I have a big issue, and I know a number of Nigerians who voted in the last election have a big issue with the fact that there was no clarity on what this government or any of the other political parties were going to deliver. And that is probably why we haven't seen a massive amount of deliverables being ticked off as being done over the last 3 years. What is it that APC is offering Nigerians beyond get rid of President Jonathan and his government?
Oh, quite a lot. Let us start from Lagos State. Fashola is it.
Can we leave Lagos State out of it?
Now let us move into Ogun State.
No, we're not talking about the state governors now. We're talking about the federal level.
Yes.
What do you want to do?
Look, at a point, even President Jonathan told his ministers and his PDP governors during his first stint after Yaradua that they should come to Lagos State to learn how to do things and make things work.
But a number of
he made
and see what Governor Akpabio is doing in his state, and he's a PDP governor.
Look, we are not saying we are not talking about an orchestrated campaign to provide a leverage for the PDP to say somebody is also doing wonders. It is the people themselves. So we should not get carried away by the campaign being funded by Akpabio to give impression that he's performing wonders, he's performing magic. Even PDP members are not all in total with him in that regard.
And what about
but
Governor
we talk
Amechi
of
then? Governor Amechi has done some good jobs. We've seen schools and institutions.
Those are the reasons why he started having problems in the PDP. He had been performing above their general level of competence, and they found him to be a renegade, and that's why they mounted a war against him until he became born again. You see, because the PDP is a synonym for non-performance, for a synonym for bad government.
Okay. Let's assume that you're correct in saying PDP is non-performance or whatever language you choose to use. But in terms of APC, what are you promising Nigerians? You still haven't mentioned a single thing.
I was going to start off. You said I should not talk about states.
Yeah,
and then you brought in Akpabio State as an example, and I've replied you.
Yes.
Now, if you allow me to reply you properly,
Okay. All right. So
we
please go
have
ahead.
examples all over the states where the APC is in government. From
can I
Lagos
make
to Ogun
myself-
State to Oyo
We're talking
State.
about the
Okay.
center.
About at the center.
What
Yes.
you're looking to deliver.
Fine. At the center, we want to guarantee that first and foremost, for this country to be good or to be better than it is, we need to provide security of life and property. It's so paramount, and the APC is bent on doing that.
Of course,
Because
you're not going to tell us how.
If you do not provide security for life and property, nobody will be able to sleep with the two eyes closed. And so even those that are not sleeping cannot think properly, they cannot do things well. But when you are sure you can leave your home and come back, nobody is going to kidnap you, nobody is going to take you for ransom, an armed robber is not going to waylay you, rob you or kill you or even come to your house to wake you up, you are able to, you live better. Stress is
But
off.
Chief,
Yeah.
I suppose that the modus is a secret, but this you intend to deliver.
Sure, that's one.
It's a secret.
Yes,
Okay.
I mean, of course, I should not let that out.
Okay, all right.
But we guarantee, yeah, two, basic infrastructure for development in this country, economic progress, electricity. Even with the privatization, we are still not there. We need to focus, and we intend to do that speedily.
3.
3, food security.
Okay.
We intend to do that.
Okay.
Education.
Isn't this government-
Okay.
Education.
Sorry.
Let
before
me go
we
on.
run- No. Before we run,
Finish,
isn't
and
this
then we'll take him
government-
up one by
Okay.
one.
Education. We want to make sure we put all Nigerians of school age in school. We will not, the APC will not be in government and allow universities to be shut down for 6 months. And at the end of the day, what you say you were not ready to do on day one, which you could have done, you had to do it on day or at the end of the 6 months and still pay them arrears of salary. If you measure what that means in terms of, it's a colossal loss to this economy. Now, the NMA is warming up for theirs. The National Association of the non-academic